Livingstone has sparked outrage yet again after repeatedly bringing up Adolf Hitler within the first seconds of an interview about Labour's failure to tackle anti-Semitism. The former London mayor is currently suspended from the Labour Party following a series of remarks he made in 2016 about Hitler supporting Zionism. He was being interviewed about the failure of Labour to win the North London borough of Barnet, an area with a large Jewish population, which many have blamed on recent anti-Semitism row. Several Barnet candidates have attributed the inability of their party to oust the Conservatives on Mr. Livingstone's comments and the lack of action taken against them. Voting count in Barnet, where Labour lost to the Tories. Nigel Howard, when asked about this in a Sky News interview, he began speaking again about Hitler and Zionism and said that accusations of anti-Semitism were acting as a distraction from Labour policy. He also said the allegations were part of a smear campaign against him. His comments prompted a flurry of criticism, with Labour politicians and campaigners questioning angrily why the irrelevant man was acting as a spokesman on the issue. In the Friday morning interview, Mr. Livingstone said, "There's a lot of Jewish people, not just in Barnet but all over the place, that believe I said Hitler was a Zionist. That was the big smear on the day I was suspended. You only have to go on Jerusalem's Holocaust website. One of the documents you can download is about Hitler's deal with the Zionists in the 30s. Defeated Barnet Labour say anti-Semitism row, shamed party. Hitler wanted to get all the Jews out of Germany and the Zionists wanted to create a Jewish state in Palestine, and so they collaborated to do that." He then referred to the Nazi party as horrendous. Speaking about the anti-Semitism row in Labour, he added, "We have had a general secretary until very recently who just allowed this to bubble on. So many people suspended." He was then asked if he agreed that his repeated comments were alienating the Jewish community in places like Barnet. Livingstone made the comments in an interview on Sky News. "I have basically turned down almost every interview to talk about this as it is a distraction," he responded. "During this last month, we have had endless stories about Labour and anti-Semitism not getting across what we wanted to do in local government." Labour's Tulip Sadi tweeted, please get this irrelevant man off my TV screen." Claire Perry criticizes John McDonnell over Esther McVeigh comments. Defeated Labour councillor Adam Langleben, who was ousted from his Barnet seat, posted, "Why the hell is Ken Livingstone on at Sky News trying to explain the Barnet result? Check him out." Mr. Langleben had earlier tweeted saying that the anti-Semitism row had shamed his party and said that Labour should never have an election like this again. Mr. Langleben, a member of the Jewish Labour Movement National Executive, said that the party had paid the price for not dealing with the anti-Semitism issue. Mayor of London Sadiq Khan during the count at Wandsworth Town Hall. Elizabeth Campbell speaks to the media after the Conservatives maintained control of the council for Kensington and Chelsea following a count at Kensington Town Hall. Londo supporters of the British Conservative Party react during the count at Wandsworth Town Hall after local government elections in London. Volunteers count ballot papers at Wandsworth Town Hall after local government elections in London. The logo of campaign group Justice for Grenfell is beamed onto Kensington Town Hall as voted at the local election are counted. Emma Dentcote MP following the announcement of the results for the local council elections. IAT Kensington Town Hall. London Labour Party candidates and their agents embrace following the announcement of the results for the Maida Vale ward at Lindley Hall, Westminster. London supporters of the British Conservative Party react during the count at Wandsworth Town Hall after local government elections in London. Mayor of London Sadiq Khan visits Wandsworth Town Hall after local government elections in London. Labour MP Emma Dentcote fast asleep then wakes up during the count. Labour MP Emma Dentcote fast asleep then wakes up during the count. British Conservative Party politician Justine Greening gives an interview at Wandsworth Town Hall after local government elections in London. Count volunteers sort ballot papers at Kensington Town Hall. London as counting begins across the UK in the local council elections. Elizabeth Campbell, leader of RBKC at the local election count this morning. Labour and Lib Dem supporters in conversation during the count in Barnet. Conservative supporters in conversation during the count in Barnet. Candidates and their associates watch count volunteers sort ballot papers at Lindley Hall, Westminster, London, as counting begins across the UK in the local council elections. For too many members of the Jewish community, voting Labour yesterday was simply impossible, regardless of who the candidate was, he told Sky News. "In areas where there are high levels of Jewish population, we were punished and punished very badly by the voters. The message to us locally in Barnet is clear that Jeremy Corbyn and the Labour leadership do not understand the problem, let alone have any attempt to deal